Kuwait and the Arab League, 65 years of unity. Before Kuwait joined the Arab League, its Arab identity was already deeply rooted in its land, sea, and people. Across generations, Kuwait was connected to the Arab world through language, faith, trade, kinship, culture, and shared destiny. Its port opened onto the Gulf, its merchant traveled across regional routes, and its society lived at the crossroads of the Arabian Peninsula and the wider Arab region. In 1961, as Kuwait entered a new chapter of independence, that identity moved from history into diplomacy. A newly sovereign state sought its natural place among Arab nations, and the Arab League became one of the first international platforms to recognize Kuwait's place in the Arab family. 65 years later, Kuwait's membership in the League of Arab States remains part of a larger story, a story of sovereignty, Arab belonging, diplomacy, development, and responsibility. Independence on the road to Arab legitimacy, Kuwait, June 19, 1961. On June 19, 1961, Kuwait emerged as an independent sovereign state. The end of the British Protection Treaty marked the beginning of a new era under the leadership of the late Sheikh Abdullah Salim al-Sabah. Independence was not only a constitutional or legal moment, it was the start of Kuwait's modern diplomatic life. The country now had to define its place in the region and the world, protect its sovereignty, and build institutions that would represent the state abroad. For Kuwait, the road to international recognition began first in its Arab surroundings. Membership in the Arab League became an essential step in affirming Kuwait's independence and anchoring the new state within the collective Arab system. From independence to foreign policy. The months following independence were filled with institution building. Kuwait began shaping the tools of statehood, legislation, administration, diplomacy, and representation. The creation of a foreign affairs apparatus gave Kuwait a voice in the regional and international forums. That voice later became known for balance, mediation, and a commitment to Arab consensus. But in the summer of 1961, Kuwait's most urgent diplomatic objective was clear: to secure Arab recognition and to affirm that Kuwait independence was part of the Arab world's collective responsibility. Cairo and Kuwait's accession to the Arab League, Cairo, July 20th, 1961.
Kuwait admissions to the Arab League in 1961 was a strategic turning point. Shortly after gaining independence, Kuwait needed political recognition and regional support to strengthening its sovereignty. Joining the Arab League confirmed that Kuwait was independent Arab state with the backing of its Arab partners. It also placed Kuwait's security and stability with a broader framework of Arab cooperation, helping to protect its independence and giving the country greater confidence in building its foreign policy.
On July 20th, 1961, Kuwait officially joined the League of Arab States. The moment carried significance beyond protocol. It was a declaration that Kuwait was not standing alone. Its independence was recognized within the Arab system, and its sovereignty became part of a wider Arab commitment. For Kuwait, admission to the Arab League represented belonging, legitimacy, and protection. It confirmed that the newly independent state had a seat at the table of Arab decision making and a voice in the future of the region. For the Arab League, Kuwait's accession was a test of the organization's ability to support a member state at a sensitive historical moment and to translate Arab solidarity into political action. Membership in the Arab League gave Kuwait more than a diplomatic title. It placed the country inside a regional institution founded to coordinate Arab policies, strengthen cooperation, and safeguard the independence of member states. At a time when the young state faced external pressure, the Arab League provided a political umbrella and a platform of Arab legitimacy. Kuwait's voice entered the League not as a guest, but as a sovereign member state within its own policy, leadership, and national will. This was the first major chapter in Kuwait's post-independence foreign policy, Arab League belonging expressed through institutional membership. Arab support and safeguarding Kuwait's sovereignty, Arab solidarity in 1961.
The Arab League's position was extremely important. Its recognition of Kuwait's independence sent a strong message that Kuwait's sovereignty was supported by the Arab world. That support strengthened Kuwait's diplomatic position internationally and reinforced its legitimacy as an independent Arab nation. It also demonstrated that protecting Kuwait's independence was not only an international issue, but a shared Arab responsibility.
Kuwait's succession came at a critical moment. The question was not only whether Kuwait would be accepted into the Arab League, but how the Arab system would respond to the challenge of protecting a newly independent Arab state. The League's decision welcomed Kuwait's membership, supported its independence, and linked Kuwait's sovereignty to a broader Arab responsibility. The Arab League also moved toward practical support, including arrangements for an Arab League security force in Kuwait. That episode gave Kuwait's membership immediate strategic meaning. The Arab League was not only a forum for discussion, it became a framework through which Arab states could stand behind Kuwait's independence and help move the crisis back into an Arab diplomatic context. The Arab League Security Force. The Arab League Security Force became one of the most important early examples of regional Arab action in support of Kuwait. Its presence was temporary, but its symbolism was lasting. It showed that Kuwait's independence was not simply a bilateral issue or a local dispute. It had become an Arab responsibility tied to the principles of sovereignty, non aggression, and collective support. For Kuwait, this moment strengthened the idea that Arab institutions could serve as a shield for legitimacy and as a bridge between national sovereignty and regional solidarity. Kuwait's diplomatic identity and Arab role, a Kuwaiti voice in Arab diplomacy.
Joining the Arab League helped define Kuwait's foreign policy as one based on moderation, dialogue, and consensus. Kuwait has consistently preferred diplomacy over confrontation and has often worked to bridge difference between Arab countries. This balanced approach has allowed Kuwait to play a respected mediation roles and contribute to regional stability while maintaining strong relationships across the Arab world.
For the early years of independence, Kuwait's role in the Arab League grew alongside its diplomatic identity. Kuwait entered Arab diplomacy with a clear approach: moderation, dialogue, respect for sovereignty, and the search for consensus. Over time, this approach became one of the defining features of Kuwait's foreign policy. Inside the Arab League, Kuwait supported coordination between Arab states, defended Arab causes, and worked to keep dialogue open even during periods of division. Its diplomacy often sought to reduce tension, bridge differences, and preserve the possibility of collective Arab action. Among the Arab causes that shaped Kuwait's role in the League, the Palestinian cause has remained central. Kuwait's position reflected a wider Arab commitment to the rights of the Palestinian people and to the importance of keeping the issue at the heart of collective Arab diplomacy. Through the Arab League and other regional and international forums, Kuwait continued to see Arab solidarity not as a slogan but as a responsibility expressed through political support, humanitarian action, and diplomatic consistency. Over 6.5 decades, Kuwait's membership in the Arab League evolved from a moment of recognition into a platform for responsibility. Kuwait participated in political coordination, economic cooperation, cultural initiatives, social development, and humanitarian responses across the Arab world. It supported the idea that a joint Arab action must not remain confined to summit statements but should be reflected in institutions, development projects, and practical coordination. From diplomacy to development, Kuwait worked to turn its Arab belonging into an active contribution to the region's stability and progress. The Arab League has often reflected the complexity of the Arab world, moments of unity, moments of disagreement, and moments that required patience and dialogue. Kuwait's contribution has been shaped by its belief that Arab diplomacy must remain open even when consensus is difficult. The League's value lies not only in the decisions it produces, but in its ability to keep Arab states seated around one table. For Kuwait, that table has always mattered. It is where sovereignty is defended, differences are discussed, and common interests are protected. In the same year that Kuwait joined the Arab League, Kuwait also began building one of the most important instruments of its development diplomacy, the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development. Through development assistance, loans, grants, and technical cooperation, Kuwait connected its national prosperity to the needs of Arab and developing countries. This gave Kuwait's Arab role an economic and humanitarian dimension. The message was clear: Kuwait's independence would not isolate it from its region. It would allow Kuwait to contribute more actively to Arab development, to share resources, and to support communities beyond its borders. Humanitarian role and Arab solidarity. Kuwait's role in the Arab world has never been limited to politics. It has also been a humanitarian role rooted in responsibility and solidarity. In moments of crisis, Kuwait has often acted through aid, relief, and reconstruction. In moments of development, it has supported infrastructure, education, health, and economic opportunity. This is one of the enduring meanings of Kuwait Arab League membership. Belonging is not only represented by a seat in the institution, but by action that reaches people across the Arab world. Kuwait, the Arab League, and the test of 1990, sovereignty tested again.
The Arab League provided political legitimacy by condemning the invasion and reaffirming Kuwait's sovereignty. Its support strengthened Kuwait's diplomatic efforts internationally and demonstrated that the Arab world rejected the violation of Kuwait's independence. That solidarity was an important political foundation for the international response that followed after it.
Nearly 3 decades after Kuwait joined the Arab League, its sovereignty was tested again. On August 2nd, 1990, Iraq invaded Kuwait. The crisis was a turning point not only for Kuwait, but for the Arab region and the international system. It placed the principle of sovereignty, independence, and non aggression at the center of Arab and global diplomacy. The Arab League became one of the arenas in which Kuwait's cause was presented as a defense of legitimacy. The crisis also revealed the difficulty of Arab politics at moments of division. Yet Kuwait's position remained clear. Occupation could not be accepted, sovereignty could not be compromised, and the independence recognized in 1961 has to be restored. From liberation to continued diplomacy. The liberation of Kuwait reaffirmed the central principle that had defined its Arab League membership from the beginning. The sovereignty of states must be protected. After liberation, Kuwait returned to Arab diplomacy with a memory of occupation, but also with a continued commitment to dialogue and regional stability. Its experience deepened its belief that institutions matter, legitimacy matters, and Arab solidarity must be built before crises arrive. From 1961 to 1990, and from liberation to the present, Kuwait's relationship with the Arab League remained tied to the same core idea: the defense of sovereignty through diplomacy, law, and collective responsibility. The Arab League today and Kuwait's next chapter, a changing Arab region. Today, the Arab region faces challenges that are different from those in 1961, but the need for cooperation remains. The question now include regional stability, economic resilience, food and water security, digital transformation, climate pressure, youth opportunity, culture, education, humanitarian crises, and the future of Arab development. For Kuwait, the Arab League remains a necessary platform, a place to coordinate positions, defend principles, support dialogue, and keep Arab issues connected to collective responsibility. 65 years after joining the League, Kuwait's role continues to be shaped by the same values that marked its early diplomacy: moderation, sovereignty, dialogue, and a belief in Arab cooperation. The next chapter of Kuwait's Arab League journey will not be written by history alone. It will be shaped by the choices of a new generation. For young Kuwaitis, the Arab League is not only a historical institution, it is part of the story of how Kuwait secured its place after independence, defended its sovereignty, and contributed to the wider Arab world. The challenge today is to renew the meaning of joint Arab action, to make cooperation more practical, development more inclusive, diplomacy more effective, and Arab identity more connected to the future. Segment 9, Closing. Kuwait's journey with the Arab League began in the first weeks of independence.
After 65 years, Kuwait continues to be viewed as a respected and active member of the Arab League. Its influence comes not from its size, but it's from diplomacy, humanitarian leadership, and a commitment to regional cooperation. Kuwait has consistently supported Arab causes, encouraged peaceful dialogue, and promoted collective action, making it an important voice with the Arab community.
In 1961, membership affirmed Kuwait's sovereignty, its Arab identity, and its place among Arab nations. It gave the new state a platform for diplomacy and placed its independence within a wider framework of Arab support. After 65 years, Kuwait carried that membership into every stage of its national journey: state building, diplomacy, development, humanitarian action, the defense of sovereignty, and the search for Arab consensus. The story of Kuwait and the Arab League is therefore more than a date in the diplomatic calendar. It is a story of belonging transformed into responsibility, and responsibility carried across generations. 65 years on, Kuwait continues its Arab journey, preserving sovereignty, supporting dialogue, and contributing to a future built on cooperation, dignity, and shared Arab purpose.